body, yes it is. I'll be dancing in the sun.
Hello, friends, and happy summer. The days are longer, the sun is stronger, and I love it. Honestly, it makes me wonder why I live somewhere where the winters are so long, but that's a subject for a different time. I thought it would be helpful if I put together an IGTV of all of my favorite non-toxic summer skincare essentials. Now, I am still not a pro at this. I am still learning my way through IGTV, so I do have a script that I may look at from time to time. For the most part, I'm going to be trying to roll with this. So, let's talk about summer and your skin. Your skin has different needs in the summer. The most obvious being that your skin is just simply a lot more exposed. No more winter coats, sweaters, hats, gloves, none of that. So we are more exposed to things like the sun. We need protection from things like bugs. We may be out sweating more, using more deodorant. Honestly, I think we use more products on our skin in the summer than we do in the winter. Now, I wanted to start off this video by saying I am not anti-sun. I think our culture has developed a lot of fear-based ideas around sun exposure, and I do not subscribe to that belief. I believe that you can practice safe periods of time in the sun, and I actually think it's pretty good for you. And one of the main reasons why I think it's really good for you is because sun exposure is one of our body's best ways of making vitamin D, and vitamin D is important for immune health, brain health, your bones. Sun exposure supports your nervous system. It supports your mitochondria. So I don't think we need to be avoiding the sun altogether. I think what we want to avoid is overexposure, and we definitely don't want to be getting burned or scorched. That would not be good. So sunscreen does have its place. Unfortunately, most sunscreens contain toxic chemicals that are just not good for us. Things like benzone, avobenzone, oxybenzone. I probably can't pronounce these benzones properly, but they're not any good. And a lot of us are lathering it up and then hopping into a chlorinated pool, and that's just not a good combo. We want to be using safe, non-toxic skincare options. Why? Well, you will hear me say this time and time again, and that is that our skin is our largest organ. Everything we put on our skin gets absorbed into our bloodstream and eventually affects us at a cellular level. Now, luckily, there are non-toxic summer skincare options, and I am going to be giving you a rundown of some of my favorites. So let's start with sunscreen. You want to be using a zinc mineral-based sunscreen. A lot of you guys might know that I am a Beauty Counter consultant, so a lot of my favorites are Beauty Counter, but I have a lot of other favorites as well that I will be mentioning, and I really, really like them as well. But if we're talking about favorites, let's start with this one because it's our household favorite. It is the Beauty Counter Counter Sun Mineral Sunscreen Mist. And it truly is a mist. It's not an aerosol can. They use air. And it is an SPF of 30. It's water resistant up to 80 minutes. It is reef friendly. And probably one of my favorite things about it is just that it is really easy to put on. You just mist, rub in, and you're good to go. So again, this is our household favorite here. Another product by Beauty Counter that is really popular is this one right here. It is the Counter Sun Sheer Defense for your face. So this lotion was specifically designed for your face. For those of you who find other types of lotions that tend to be designated for your body kind of heavy on your face or really oily, some people, it makes you break out, this would be a product for you because it's designed specifically for your face, so it's not oily or heavy, and this is an SPF of 25. I've only used this a few times, but I bring it up because it was so popular that it sold out in like 3 weeks. I don't even know if it's back in stock now, and it was first launched about a month ago. Okay, now one of my personal favorites is this stick by Beauty Counter. It's another SPF of 30, and I really like this little guy because it is just so easy to take with me anywhere. It is something that I can put in my purse, or even something I can just put right in my pocket, or the fanny pack that I use when I take the dogs for a walk. If I need a little bit of sunscreen and I need it quick, just pop this guy out, rub it on the tops of my shoulders or my forehead or whatever. Really easy. This is the Stick Sunscreen by Beauty Counter. And then one last product by Beauty Counter is this Foundation Dew Skin. This is one of our foundation options, and it has an SPF of 20 in it. So again, it's a tinted moisturizer foundation, so it will give you a little bit of coverage while also protecting you from the sun. Another bestsellers is this Dew Skin. I go in between using this and our new Twin Skin foundation. I like it so much that, yeah, I go in between. It depending on how much coverage I want to. But yeah, this is another one. If you are looking for a more budget-friendly option, this brand Badger is one that I really like. This one is a lotion, and it's unscented. I tend to not like scented sunscreen lotions, but this one's very nice. It's unscented and it's an SPF of 35. It's also water resistant for 80 minutes, and it's reef friendly, and it's very budget friendly. I want to say this 3-ounce bottle was less than $10, and the SPF is a little higher than the Beauty Counter stuff, so if we feel like we need a little more protection, I like using this brand. Again, it's Badger, and it's also zinc mineral based. Okay, now let's talk about what I said earlier regarding safe sun exposure. Now, the best way to do this is to gradually spend time in the sun and gradually develop a tan. Because again, we don't want to burn, but for those of us that want to get our tan on, that's where tanning oil comes in. And this one is a favorite for sure. This one is by Living Libations. Living Libations is one of my favorite non-toxic beauty brands. This is called Everybody Loves the Sunshine Golden Tanning Oil. Now, Chris got me this stuff for my birthday. I swear to you, it smells like a tropical vacation in a bottle. It is nice, and a little bit goes a long way. I've been using it this year when I practice my safe tanning. I think for me, at the beginning of the summer, I usually start around 5 minutes, and then I gradually make my way up to about 20 minutes in the sun. And then usually after about 20 minutes, if I plan on staying outside, I will probably apply some sunscreen. Now, for a budget-friendly option when it comes to tanning, coconut oil. Coconut oil is a really great tanning oil, and it actually contains a little bit of SPF, so it will give you a little bit of protection, but you'll also get a nice glowy tan. So budget-friendly option, coconut oil. All right, let's move on to bug spray. If you're like me and you live in the Midwest, then bugs and summer just kind of go hand in hand. Now, most bug spray is pretty gross because it contains an ingredient called DEET. DEET is highly toxic. There are 2 brands of bug spray that I have here. There are a couple of ingredients in this that I don't love, a couple of oils that I don't love. However, I really believe these are safer options than putting DEET on my skin. My absolutely favorite bug spray is by a company called Primal Life Organics, but I happen to be out of it, so I don't have it to show you. But if you're looking for something that's really, really clean, Primal Life Organics makes a great one. But these 2 are good options if you're trying to avoid DEET, like I said. This bug spray by Quantum Health is called Buzz Away Extreme. This is good for mosquitoes. And then this product called Bug Soother is good for gnats. Now, one thing, like I said, because there are a couple ingredients in this that I don't love, it's the oils in these. One thing I might do to protect myself from bugs and not necessarily put it on my skin is I will, like if I'm just going for a walk, I will just spray it on my clothes, and usually that's enough to deter the bugs. If I'm going through a walk in the woods, then I'll usually put it right on my skin. But what I'll do is I will take a shower as soon as I get home. Again, these are better options than putting DEET on your skin. And finally, let's talk about how to treat that summer skin. Let's talk about, how to treat your skin after sun exposure and after all that time outside. Beauty Counter makes this product called Counter Sun After Sun Cooling Gel. I might say the same thing about this stuff that I did about this stuff, and that is that it smells like a tropical vacation in a bottle. It's really, really nice stuff. Now, I have talked a lot about avoiding burning, but if it does happen, which I hope it doesn't, but if it does, I think a lot of us know that aloe vera is a very good thing to apply to a sunburn. And honestly, just keeping up with moisturizing is really good. I know that because it's humid outside, we don't tend to put on as much moisturizer as we would in the winter, but it's still important to do. And I think I will finish by shouting out to one of my new favorite self-care products, and that is this body sugar scrub by Beauty Counter. I don't think I really understood the whole body sugar scrub thing prior to using this. I treated myself to this when I became a consultant, and I finally broke it out like 2 weeks ago, one day after I had gotten a lot of sun and had spent a lot of time outside. And the thing I love about this stuff is that it will exfoliate your skin, but then it also leaves it really soft and moisturized. So if I use this product in the shower, there is no need to put on body lotion afterwards because it leaves my skin feeling so soft. So yeah, this stuff is the bomb. I would highly recommend it. So I think I'm done. That was plenty. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any comments, feel free to reach out to me. And I hope you enjoyed this guide to non-toxic summer skincare. Thanks, guys.
When tomorrow comes, I'll be dancing in the sun across the sea.